Hello, I'm Marsha Walton, and I'm going to do a painting class today, and I'm sitting at my kitchen table, which is probably where you can do your project, and your mom would appreciate it if you put something down to paint on. And we are going to do a painting project called wet on wet, which means you paint wet paint on top of wet paint. And you will need paint. Here's a clean one. Here's a dirty one after you get going. I use the dirty one because it's still got good paint in it. You need a brush. I use one bigger than the one that comes in it. A pencil, scissors, paper towel, and a jar of water, an old pickle jar, an old... Now, we're going to start out by making a square, which has nothing really to do with the paint.
No, the apron.
Oh, you need an apron. Your mom would appreciate that too. Keep it off your clothes. And we're going to start by making a square. You take a regular piece of copy paper, clean or regular piece of cardstock. Your mom knows what it is. You can buy it at Walmart. You can buy anything of this at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or any place that sells art supplies. Fold your paper in a triangle, point to point. Draw a line where it stops. So then you open up your triangle and cut off the rest where your line is. And if it's not exact, don't worry about it. Now take your piece and fold it the other way. Point to point. Now, I like to do it where the fold side is down or up. Take a pencil and make a circle from point to point to point to point, like that. Now you're going to make a football from the line to the point. I don't care how fat it is. It doesn't matter if both sides are the same. Go all the way around, making a football, long football. Okay, you got that? And if you mess up, makes no difference whatsoever. If one side's fat, one side's skinny. Now we're gonna make half a football in the open places. So go up and down, all the way around. And when you're done with that, we're ready to paint. So here we've got our footballs. Wet your brush, put it in the paint of your choice. We're going to start with red. Plenty of water, not a whole soupy bowl, but a nice thick. Start at the point, or you can actually start either way. Just one swipe. Shake your brush out in the water. Now what are we going to put in the middle? We'll put orange in the middle. Now the orange has to touch the red. That's why it's wet on wet. The red has to be wet when the orange goes down. Now we're going to end up with lavender. It has to be wet on wet. Okay, go to the next one. Red first. And if you mess it up, you can go back, but don't worry about it. We're just doing this for fun. But it's got to be wet. Now, while it's wet, get the orange, have a wet brush, and go down beside the red, and you have to touch the red. That's what makes it wet on wet. Then you do the lavender. In this case, you can do any colors you want down the middle. Got it? There's a piece of paint. Okay, go all the way around. When you're done with that, we'll do the back leaves. And they can be different. If you want them to be different, we can make them green if you want. And just paint them plain. Or, same thing. Pick out a color. I'm going to do brown. Go down the middle. That's it. Let the paint do the work. Got the idea? Now you go all the way around. The middle, yellow. Yellow does not show up much, so you need lots of paint. And this time, you don't brush, you dot. Dot, 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 dot. All the way through the middle. You don't have to connect the dots, just dot around. Then, wet on wet, here we go, brown. Brown right on top of the yellow. Okay, dot, dot, dot. You're not brushing, you're just dotting. And you will be surprised what it looks like when you're done. Okay? So, here's one. It's finished. See, the colors have run a little bit. They've run a little bit. Here's one that's blue. This is my favorite. See how they've run? But you don't know till they're dry. So take your time and do another one. Now there is another, if you don't want to make a square and you have a piece of canvas board, you can do it this way. Just go, you guess at the center and you just make your footballs. Now, I think you can do that. Okay, here's another one that's got all different colors. You decide. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad you joined us, and that if you want to, and we would like for you to send your copies of your paintings to campcrosspoint.org.